Hey guys, DarkMata from Bedlam Brothers here, and welcome to the General Zod episode of School of Legends. Today I'm going to be looking at Zod, who can be purchased for 1,000 marketplace cash. Zod's movement mode is flight. This is a basic movement mode, but the only thing to mention is that you can click in and out of supersonic flight. Zod's health is 6,224. This is roughly 10% lower than the base level of health for characters I've tested so far. As with all characters, blocking counters your opponent's lunge attacks. Throughout the series you'll see each character's lunges, so take note and learn when to block. Zod's combat style is more or less martial arts, except his range attack has been replaced with the iconic eye laser. His lunge moves you closer to the target and counters any range attacks. As always, you should take a moment to look at Zod's combo list and get familiar with it to become more effective at hand-to-hand combat. As General Zod does not have Smoke Bomb, I just want to mention one combo called Spinning Punch. This is a 5-hit combo with a close range AoE hit at the end that deals big damage. This combo can be clipped at any point, cutting the animation short, allowing you to get started on the next attack. It's important to note that this combo can be blocked. For Zod's range attacks, his tapped range attack is Thermal Blast. This will not block break a blocking enemy and is also vulnerable to being lunged. His held range attack will also activate Thermal Blast, which block breaks and deals basic damage. Hold it twice in quick succession to activate his Thermal Gaze, which claims to block break but more often than not won't. We have managed to see it a couple of times in testing, so it is possible, but it is a bit broken at the moment. Interestingly, it applies a precision based damage over time. This move can also be stacked with his other damage over time power, which I'll talk about later. Both of these attacks are susceptible to being lunged. It is important to vary between melee and range attacks in order to trick your opponent and make sure you win the counter for your immunities. Moving on to General Zod's power moves starting from left to right. First move is called Subjugate. This stuns a single target with a few ticks of damage. When you do this move, you'll notice a little red heart under your opponent's name. We tested it out though and it doesn't do anything. The second move is called Kryptonian Grenade Toss. General Zod throws out 3 grenades that explode, damaging nearby enemies. They only explode when enemies are nearby, meaning you can use this up close to hit a group of targets to cause damage immediately, or lay them as a short-term proximity mine, but they only hang around for 10 seconds. This move is also usable while controlled. The next move is called Shockwave Punch. This is a close range AoE that damages and stuns multiple targets. The fourth move is called Swoop Attack. This attacks a single target and deals basic damage as well as knocking them back. The next move is called Freezing Breath. This causes damage whilst active and has a chance to root targets in the direction you're looking at. This also inflicts a movement mode debuff. This move is vulnerable to being interrupted. And his last move is Heat Vision. This damages a single target, causing fairly strong damage over time. This move is also vulnerable to being interrupted. Overall, Zod's another high-end Kryptonian. His health isn't as high as Power Girl or Superman, and his damage isn't as concentrated as Ursa's, but he makes up for it in stuns and versatility. With the majority of his moves in combat causing control effects, and the fact that he can lay his grenades as tactical mines makes him a unique and interesting character. In order to get the best out of him, you'll need to learn to use his control effect moves wisely and click with his melee combos to make sure your opponent is not immune to the stuns, otherwise you'll simply burn through his power without getting the most out of it. If you can master timing his control effect moves appropriately and make sure his damage over time moves are reapplied wherever necessary, then you'll become a very effective Legends player. So why not give General Zod a go, and leave a comment to let me know how you got on. As always, check the video description, where I'll keep you up to date with any changes that might happen to this character in future patches. Until next time, stay legendary.